Growing up, my life was pretty normal. It wasn't until I was in middle school that my family started having some financial troubles, and that resulted in us having to move a lot and lose a lot of what we owned.
My mom always had my brother and I read. She really thinks that literature and having a good education will just open any single door for you. Even though we didn't live in the best of conditions, she always made sure that we had access to public libraries and books.
My hometown was monochrome. It was the least diverse you could imagine. Everyone had the same car, everyone had the same job, everyone had the same religion and opinions about things.
My mom suddenly and unexpectedly passed away. My dad kind of left the picture around this time. I was only 14, my sister was 17, and I had to move in with a family friend until my sister turned 18. And then we ended up moving back in together, and for the rest of high school I lived with just my sister.
My brother and I were from the border cities of El Paso and Ciudad Juarez, and luckily my brother and I were born in the United States, so we always had that option to study here and have a better education. We were very thankful for our grandparents because they took us in. They worked very long hours, and it was just us two for a while. Two brothers taking care of each other and raising each other. We were living off the equivalent of maybe like $4 a day.
Coming to WashU, I think it's really interesting to hear the diversity of thought and the diversity of passion. I think that's really important in a liberal arts school, to understand that we may talk differently and look differently, but everyone has value, everyone has importance, everyone has worth.
Living with my sister was really challenging, just us being so young and having to work multiple jobs and go to school. I have a bond with my sister that will never be broken. When my mom was alive, she sacrificed so much just to be sure I had a good future. And my sister has given up so much for me, so there's no way that I could ever repay her, but I know that it would mean a lot to her if I just continued to work hard, and so I'm really doing a lot for her.
When I was about maybe 15 or 16 and I was becoming aware of the world, I started to see just how smart my mom was. She never had this formal education that taught her how to think about the world. She just picked up books and read and became educated. As soon as I graduate college, I will be the first one to have graduated from my family.
Why I chose WashU was the fact that there was a definite academic rigor and a standard of excellence, but there was also just the importance of community and a collective agreement that we are all trying to succeed.
Being at WashU has positively impacted and changed my life in so many ways. I work at Olin Library, and it's the best job ever. I'm also a resident advisor and RA on the South 40. I have worked with first-year students both years, and it's one of the most rewarding things that I've ever done.
I actually decided to become a Spanish major here because I've been writing one novel very specifically ever since I was in high school. It deals about just growing up in the borderland and having to grow up with basically two different identities.
I'm involved in the track team here at WashU. I am an All-American with a national title, and I think just coming into a family that was already here, already established, was really important.
Currently, I'm involved with the Mellon Mays Fellowship, which is for undergraduates that has a focus in the humanities and expanding research involving underrepresented groups. It's been really great to have the support of very brilliant people at WashU that are doing like research in the humanities.
I've been involved with 3 different research opportunities, so these have really helped me understand how to put what I'm learning in the classroom into a practical, real-world application. I think those types of experiences are invaluable because they put relativity into what you're learning.
Being a part of Lock and Chain has really taught me that leaders come in many different forms, and just because someone might be the most vocal doesn't necessarily mean they're the best leader, or that that's the only type of leader you can have.
It was actually when I told my mom and my grandma that I had gotten a scholarship to WashU that I started feeling very happy and excited and emotional, because my mom and my grandma just broke down into tears. And just seeing that reaction, just like it's always present in my mind when I'm having like a hard time here. I'm pretty sure like no matter how thankful I am, they are a lot more thankful than me.
I distinctly remember receiving the financial aid package in the mail. I was actually working at my public library. I was in the middle of a shift and my mom texted me wanting to know if she had permission to open a package that we had gotten from Washington University. I remember finishing the last few hours of my shift and I ran home and I was able to really understand for the first time that WashU was a realistic possibility for me, and I was thrilled.
I've always thought that my mom and my brother has to be at my graduation. Ever since I was a sophomore, just seeing how she was struggling, and I just thought, okay, like I need to save to fly my mom and my brother here for graduation. Luckily, I've been able to save and they're gonna be at my graduation.
I can't thank my donors enough. I think they might not understand just how important their contribution is. Their investment in my life has changed who I will be and who I am today. I cannot articulate enough how amazing this opportunity has been. I know it's a privilege, not a right, and I am so grateful.
I'm very thankful that I don't have to worry financially about how I'm gonna be paying my education. It is the best gift I've ever gotten, so I am very thankful.
Thank you so much for all the support that you've provided me. There's absolutely no way I'd be at WashU without this scholarship, and not only is it providing such a great 4 years for me here at WashU, but because of your support, I know that I will have a fantastic future.
You are an invaluable contribution to my life and my academic career.
Gracias. You're opening doors for people that couldn't reach them.
Thank you.